Approach the tea shop door once more. Right, tea shop. So what's the plan, Cleric? Cat demon poison. Saying the word immediately causes the nails to jump out of the planks. The blue aura of the arcane lock spell just fades away. It fell to the ground one after the other. You actually made it in. Well done. Now you can complete your quest. Goblin shakes his head. Cardamom? Goblins generally do not enjoy cardamom cake for some strange alien reason. Your companion does not enjoy the taste of sweet cardamom. You don't like cardamom cakes now? He makes a disgruntled noise. I don't partake, Cleric. Beyond lies the ruined tea shop. You can smell it already. It's like you're looking into a burned out fireplace. The ash and cinder is all that remains. The goblin gives you a serious look. It's time, Cleric. You get ready to step inside. Your body begins shivering. Keep your guard up. Get ready to run. Death. This is death. Stop muttering about death. It's making you really nervous. Make smells old fire. Bad magic leave. Stay in here. Master, be careful inside. The tea shop awaits. It reeks. Only the stone base remains. You step in behind the counter. There are compartments filled with ruined tin boxes. In the back there's a complicated set of tubes and pipes combining into some type of tea-making machine. A brewer. Not often you get to see those these days. For such a fine and expensive piece of machinery to break, a shame. Huh? I have a sweet with cream, please. He smells this nasally. He leans over the counter. Oh, make that half cream actually. My tummy's sensitive today. He's making fun of humans and their love for milk. Not the best joke, but he'll like you more if you play along. We only serve here-sourced oat milk, sir. The goblin looks at you, then looks at the counter. Then looks at you again. That's called a double take. Good job. Look at his face. Pure shock. Good one, Cleric. He raised his claw. Check the counter. For a short instant, he actually thought you were funny. Damn. There's a slab of wood covering the stone base of the countertop. More like a charcoal at this point. It was once finely sanded brashen, now ruined. Where the stone still stands. Strong. Steadfast. Pipes and levers melted, glass shattered. This was once a fine work of engineering. Copper pipes, expensive. Once shiny, now charred and bent. Handcrafted, you can see the markings of a rounded hammer across it. A lot of care went into this machine. This is where you put the tea leaves. As you lean in, you don't see much beyond some burnt muck through the cracks. But you do smell something. It smells awful. An intense scent. Why does it smell like that? It contains something foul. You do not know what. You must go closer. Know the scent. Do I have to? You really do not. Come on, don't. Smell the disgusting burnt muck through the gaps of your helm. It smells like disgusting burnt muck. Bad. This is not good. You know this is bad. Well, it smells foul. Makes your nose stronger. That's not true. Holy hell, stop shoving your face into whatever this shit is. Your knees shake, but you stand. Take care of yourself, better. As you turn around, you find the goblin glaring at you with a worried expression. I'm going to pretend I didn't see that. There's a metal valve at the end. It's shut. Only shut when it's brewing. That means it was working during the explosion. Try to turn the valve, but it bends at an odd angle. Wait. That is not how a valve is supposed to feel. It's stuck. You're the hammer. This valve is the nail. Only with finesse can you tame a machine like this. Because you're such an expert at that. Carefully put pressure on the valve as you turn the little lever. Suddenly, you hear a snap. A tiny piece of copper comes flying towards you, hitting your helmet with a dink. You totally let it do that. Oh, there's more! Shit, step back! The valve burst open, releasing an oozing pile of tea, ash, and God only knows what else on the floor. Gosh be damned, Snell mutters and holds his nose. Scent is particularly awful. Avoid! Avoid! Foulness! But nothing you cannot stand. You smell the fetid, melted ooze. This is disgusting. The goblin is dry heaving next to you. It's not so bad, Snell. Don't be dramatic. Alas, you persevere. Yeah, great job, man. Now stop smelling weird shit. You're not enjoying it. The floor behind the counter is now covered in a layer of ashy mulch. This is what victory smells like. You have won. You will tell the tale of the chamber and the valve to your offspring. This will be your legacy. This is who you are. You better not be. Strong veto on that one. Ugh. What did I gain from this? A loud ding comes out of the machine as the last dribble of ooze exits the canister. It's still operational? What the hell? Operational? More like leaking innards. A death knell. After the bell, a box opens up at the top of the machine. Inside you see the dry tea leaves. These are the steam leaves. They're supposed to add extra flavor. And that scent. They're uku leaves from Kargamesh. Wait, this thing was ready to go? Doesn't that mean it was being used during the explosion? Possibly. Truly a possibility. Alright, well, that means those tea leaves are evidence. The goblin is correct for once. Evidence. Ha! Snell stares at you. Yeah, pick up the leaves, cleric. What? Does he not speak to you that way? What? He does not speak to you that way. Oh, right, of course. Yeah, of course. You carefully place the dry leaves in your pouch. The goblin gives you a nod. Now, can we please not hang around this goop? The box is full of tea leaves. Or they're supposed to be. The heat from the explosion has melted both the tin and its contents. It's just ash now. Damn. I was hoping at least one of these would be intact. Sending tea is a legit side hustle. The margins are bonkers. Comes of what was once porcelain. On the floor beneath the shelf you find a pile of broken porcelain. Damn, it's like a clump, he says and coughs a little. The heat must have been extremely intense at this spot to cause such an effect. Old Master had cup like this. Sorry, what? Old Master had big collection. Of cups? Yes. Teacups? Yes. This old master of yours sure is a strange character. Yes. Grabbing the edge of a cup reveals how stuck it is. You can't move it an inch. They've been deformed by the fire. The heat must have been thousands of degrees. Get that pull harder. It'll only break, no use. I'll stop looking at the cups, I think. Laughter and debate once filled these seats. Used to be seating for customers. Along the north wall you find a row of booths. Any textiles are obviously ruined, but the wood itself stands. Interesting. Companion squats down and checks under the tables. Yep, it's fucked down here too. Insightful? Happy to help. Goblin glances to the other booths. I'll look around, I guess. The militia hosts the whole place down, Snell says while lifting a coal-like wood piece. Especially here in the front. It's all sludge. Won't be hard finding any sign of anything. Bad guys always leave big signs. We'll find something. Wouldn't that be neat? He says and drops the piece. Yeah, we find something. Focus on this particular boot, or what used to be one. The textile ones draped over the seating have been turned to ash and charred along with the expensive boot. Along with the water damage, the elemental forces here are intense. Stone tables remain standing for now, scorched like the dwarven architecture. Yeah, no, not finding anything here. I'll take the other boot. He lifts his head and sniffs. Keep looking for now, but let's not waste too much time here. He's ordering you around. He can't do that. The woman is simply making conversation. Don't read into it. The row of boots is still there, still burnt to a crisp. Glancing over the scorched wood, you find it simply burnt like everything else, barely existing. But it is wood, intact wood, relatively speaking. The malicious attempt to stop the fire splashed everything with water as well, so all the soot is just a sludge. It is still quite strong, wedged along his stone bench. Yep, that's a table. If you don't have anything to add, don't say anything at all. Come on, it's not been quiet for this long. Go talk to someone. You might as well check how sturdy it is post-explosion. You lean in on it. The weight of your bulging muscles and overwhelming masculinity strains the thick timber. You can hear the wood fiber twitching. It snaps. You hold a piece of wood in your hands. The companion gives you a confounded look. Well, it wasn't ruined enough for you. Just a souvenir. Great. Then show up the breeze. Looking at the piece of wood, it's been infused with fiery energy. Looking inside the burnt wood, you see a sliver of a live bracken. Thickness of the survived and burnt wood suggests a certain level of heat and firepower. If this was caused by a fireball spell, a regular third level wouldn't do this kind of damage to bracken. Interesting. You spent 10 minutes searching the ruined boot. You found nothing out of the ordinary. Only being soot, scorched wood, and general ruinous. Nothing, your companion says with a sigh. Can't find nothing. Let's look somewhere else. Lifting some of the wreckage, you spend 10 minutes searching around the crevices behind the boot, till something catches your eye. Something not burnt. You reach out and grab it. It's a tiny metal leaf. It fits in the palm of your gloved hand. As you wipe off the soot, you find it in a strange condition. Its intricate design shows both value and style, but you feel a tingle down your arm. Esoterical. The tiny leaf fits in the palm of your gloved hand. A magic item. The brooch is half melted. Magic item does not get destroyed like this. Not by anything but the most powerful of magic. It simply does not happen. A dainty elvish symbol, representing their degeneracy and decadence. This is a brooch designed by Elam Hands. The religious leaders and nobility carry these. You glance over to your companion. He has a point you finally. Hey! He jumps, then gives you an angry glare. Not so loud, damn it! The goblin scoots on over to you and looks at the tiny pin in your hand. Strange. Interesting. It kind of survived the fire. Bring it with. Show it to the old lady. Why would she care? Obviously she'd care. Alright, sure. He looks around. Let's focus somewhere else in here. Stop investigating this boot. It's a miracle the chamber has not completely collapsed. Whatever content once filled this chamber has been pushed up against the cracked walls. The woven masonry is damaged in various locations and everything. Every single thing in the chamber is burned. Incredible power. This is the center. But where exactly did the explosion originate from? Stone towers, scorch marks, and general aesthetic makes this look like a dragon's lair. Beware, beware. Death. Will you stop saying that? Just a quick search reveals nothing but charred rock and iron scraps. Remnant of furniture, shelves, maybe chairs. Pushed up into the corner of the room, a violent and sudden force of heat compressed it all. It was an instant, then everything became nothing. Well, they stood straight, holding the ancient tunnel upright. Askew and weak, yet they still stand. Yeah, it's a miracle this place hasn't collapsed entirely. You should probably leave. Relax, it's fine. Your heart beats quicker. You glance upwards, finding the somewhat high ceiling in the chamber to be scorched but intact. This place will stand For now. Could this be caused by a spell? Spells can cause most things. Very obviously this chamber has been hit by a fireball spell, or any type of equivalent explosive force. Your thoughts on this chamber, Snell? He moves his sleeve from his nose and mouth. It's a damn blast zone. Any theories? I'll tell you what I think, Cleric. I think, and I'm fairly certain of this, that a very powerful fireball spell was cast right on this spot. Clearly. But look, I'm no expert, but I have good intuition. Exactly how that would happen is confounding to me. So let's both just look over the debris and bring as much information as we can to the old lady. Why do we think it's a fireball? He shrugs. Pretty common spell, powerful. Wouldn't be the first time either. Norwich's seen its fair share of renegade wizards over the years. Not too many capable of this kind of destruction, not these days. There used to be much more powerful wizards before the start of the new era. Back then, Earth would wrestle with any rogue sorcerers. Now that is your job. The goblin lifts an eyebrow and you feel a stirring in your lower stomach. And about you? Can you cast fireball? He asked with a little hesitation. Most clerics and paladins can't tap into arcane magics. I could, technically. Good. Goblin smirks. Then you can tell me if there's something off about it. You look around and find the damage confusing. While centered in the chamber, the damage appears uneven, as if the force of the explosion was struggling with itself. With that thought, you receive a vision. You're playing the event in your mind, an explosion. In the chamber, conflagration spreading. It just doesn't work. However, you experiment in your head with the idea of multiple explosions. Suddenly it clicks. The floor. It has several marks. You start counting. 1, 2, 3. It's not enough. Looking around the chamber, you see several points from which the fire clearly spread. The explosion is... no. Explosions! Explosions, multiple. Your companion lifts his head from whatever scraps he was looking over. What did you say? Keep counting. 4, 5, 6. Even that is not enough. Fires. Immense force. 7, 8. You point at the last spot on the floor you can see near the west wall where you are standing. 9. 9? 9 of them. The goblin's gaze dances across the chamber. You see his face contorted as down on him. More than one, he mutters. You're about to blow his little mind, aren't you? 9 separate explosions, simultaneously. He stares at your fingers. He won't mention it, he's too kind. He looks around the chamber concerned. Walk me through it. How do 9 explosions go off at the same time? You got a cabal of sorcerers? A coven? What? Careful now. Do you really want to share this info with him? The goblin is not your boss. You don't need to tell him anything. It would be useful to keep this to yourself. For now. Necklace of fireballs. Necklace of... he says and pauses. You can see his mind working behind his sharp eyes. Ha! Boom. Like the assassination of Priestess Ilona? Didn't know you were a history buff. He ignores your comment and looks around at the destruction. The mass-produced shit they used in the Coast War. I won't get close to this level of force. You're telling me someone tossed 9 beads of fireball, essentially fully charged and practically invaluable magic item, into a damn tea shop? Could be an esoteric mystery as well. Checkers. If not really gonna be filled with esoteric pockets of fireballs, well, clicks his tongue, and whoever wins the election is in for a fun time. Rubs his eyes. Well, shit. Another thing to report. Old lady's not gonna believe it. Paper is apparently weak to fire. Once there were shelves here filled with magazines. You've seen this type of construction before in other city tea shops. Images of loud dwarven Dwarves arguing over article flashes that you bind. The main draw of tea shops is the available outlets of magazines. Pay for an expensive cup and get access to the latest stories. Win-win. You like reading, Snell? Sure, not this garbage. You're right. Hard to read when it's burnt like this. No, not... Shakes his head. Copper science. It's just a bunch of lies and tall tales. Might be fun if you want to raise your blood pressure. I agree. I hate journalism. That's not... I mean, there's good newspapers, it's just... Are there really? Sure, but I get your point. Littered across the stone alcove you see chunks of, well, charcoal. This used to be wood. These stone shelves used to have a wood front. Is there really nothing readable left? How would there be? Paper burned quite easily. Why would there be? Paper burns quite easily. But what if? Sure, maybe you find a magical finely immune newspaper or something. That's right. You have to take a proper look here before moving on. Great. Just great. Your eyes sweep over the ashy remains. Among the mess you notice something solid. Moving away a small pile of burnt magazine, you discover paper completely unharmed by the flames. It's a bit dirty, but a quick shake reveals the title. The Undercommon. For fuck's sake. This paper is cursed, I tell you. We spent a fortnight fishing these bad boys out of the sewers last year. What kind of asshole thought a magically indestructible newspaper was a good idea? There's a faint, tealish outline on the paper. Not quite glowing in the dark, but almost. It can't even be burnt? Nope, not even magic flame. Is it any good? Design? Nah, it's shit. The magical elven brooch was damaged, but not this? Immunity to fire damage sure is something, huh? See an iron door under rubble ensued. Late in the passage, the iron door has fallen off its hinges. Look at the corners, they're bent. To bend metal like this, it takes power. An incredibly high temperature must have been involved to cause this door to bend like this. It is bent outwards, so clearly the origin point of the explosion was in the back. The hinges are connected to the wall via thick iron nails. Typical dwarven design. Use a metal known as heart stand on doors like this. Looks like they've been ripped right out of the stone. Oh wait, no. The iron has been bent as well. Interesting. Then this was a combination of force and heat. An aesthetic effect. Just a spell. Your bet is this was a high tier spell. Alarming. Meek, what do you make of this? Door is very hurt. Meek feel bad for door. Bad magic did this. Master, be careful. Whatever did this still may be here. To melt iron like this would require incredible heat, especially for Heartsten. You remember from your studies the art of the fireball spell. An awesome power, it was often used to horrific efficiency in the Coast War to eliminate entire legions. But to reach degrees hot enough to soften this iron, it would have to be of 7th level or higher. More realistically, considering how the flames have been forcefully escaped from the back rooms by bending the door this way, 8th or 9th level. Broken table? More shelf? Frame without a painting. Frame for a painting. The actual picture was obviously burnt away in the blast. It is iron, it remains. What sort of painting do you think it was, Snell? Drummer does strike me as the type of guy to hang a giant picture of himself. What do you think? I bet it was a painting of a door. What? A door, like to trick people. Trick people? They'd walk into the wall, they'd go, "Hey, I can't grab the handle." Goblin stares at you. It'd be funny. Sure, funny. Maybe we should keep looking for actual clues. Are you saying this burnt painting is not a clue? Fuck it. Sure, it's a clue. Let's out a big sign. Why not? I don't like paintings. That's a strange thing to think. Paintings are great opportunities to show off your visual aesthetic. It's hard to see it ruined like this. Yes, it's a tragedy. All art is sacred. You have no way of knowing if it was even beautiful. It could have been some horrific abomination of a painting. There is beauty in all art. Drivel. Such anti-canonical thoughts is exactly why art has lost its meaning. It was most likely just an LR who pays for actual art these days. Common shortening of light reflection, referring to the image capturing method of using the mirror cantrip and light cantrip simultaneously in order to brand the surface with a perfect visual representation of whatever the mirror is reflecting. It's a popular and cheap alternative for paintings. Suckers, that's who. Iron, melted to hell but still somewhat intact. Not as affected by the fire as some pipes you saw in the central tea shop chamber. Strange. You feel a slight breeze. Very slight. Suspiciously slight. It holds a secret. A secret? The wall. It causes you to groan. Esoterically. Look at the wall. Oh. You run your fingers across the surface of the wall. A crack? No, a gap. It follows the tiles. And one of the tiles feels almost loose. It goes in, just a bit. Then you hear a click. It was indeed a secret passage. Now we're talking. Get ready. This could lead to a dungeon. Let's check it out. Who doesn't love a good lever? A lever on the wall of this dark chamber. Sure, pulling random levers has never ended poorly. It's probably connected with opening an entrance. When lets out a single sound, then he just takes a step back. Oh, Meek knows this. Meek knows this. Pull lever will open secret door. That's how old master always put it. Lever equals secret door. Levers can sometimes be used for other stuff too, you know. They can? Yeah, like... Yes? Like, Your goblin companion also gets sucked into the thought, clearly struggling to come up with a single thing that would need to use of a large wooden lever of this kind. Like what, master? A drawbridge. A drawbridge! Oh yeah! Yeah, a drawbridge. A drawbridge? Yeah. Oh. Master is so smart. I'm only as smart as the people in my party. Humble, master, very humble. Meek learns much. Very good, very good. Drawbridge. Why would a drawbridge use a lever? Shh. Same. Oh. Maybe master will come up with the answer later. Meek look forward to it. You won't. You don't want to pull the lever with me, Snell? No, thank you. I'm going to assume it won't spring a trap or flood this strange chamber. The lever appears stuck. Ah, yes, it is connected with the passage to the tea shop, which you have already opened. Great. It's just barely out of reach. Behind the bars you see a very, very fancy warhammer. Oh, looks dwarven. Yes, dwarven. Made out of adamantium, which means it's functionally useless. You also see a bag of griffin fodder goodies. Quite the expensive treat. Niche too. Appears to be almost 100% meat. You could reach it easily. Useless? Adamantium is extremely light as a crafting material. Making warhammer out of it is idiotic. Whoever made it did it either as a testament to their wealth or their foolishness. Reaching in between the bars, you usually scoop up a handful of stinky little nuggets and toss them into your pouch of holding. Let us wish for the sake of everything that these nasty bits won't stick up all your other stuff. You get ready in a stance, squatting down. Perfect form. As you push it upwards, you hear the iron grinding. It's moving. Raising your body, pushing your muscles to the limit, you manage to actually stand up. Whoa, damn. He's impressed. The bars shut hard and loud into the ground before you, but in your hands. You get the dwarven warhammer. Great job. Got yourself a fancy hammer. As you hold it up, you get it confirmed. It is indeed adamantium. It is extremely light. Ah, material. It's not great for bludgeoning weapon. What? It bounces off with a loud pang. Absolutely no damage to the wall, and the reverberation causes your hands to shake. The fuck? Wait, is that? Warhammer that is completely useless. I like it. Makes me feel dwarven. Great. A good feeling. Enjoy it. Yep. Adamantium. Ah, I read about that. It's like a status symbol, right? Oh well, might intimidate someone at least. It looks cool. That son of a bitch. He's got a whole horde back here. Box of expired potions. You check inside the crate. Potions, several layers of them, wrapped in a Redzanian newspaper. Someone has written with big letters on the inside of the crate, "Spoiled Potions Batch, do not drink." Who brewed this? The label was a hex brew. Now the work of Ioana, the lady of the brew, CEO of the Hex Brew Incorporation, and arguably the most powerful entrepreneur on the coast. Any aspiring grinder should listen to her tips. You even read her book. It was okay. If you go into the potion business, you could probably make a killing. Are they all spoiled? It appears so. They must have been removed from another shipment. When checking potions, one would make use of the detect potion purity spell. These potions must have been detected as ineffective and placed here for later disposal. Nothing interesting about it, except the tiny carved markings of a bird in the bottom right corner.
Huh?
These fucking things. Popular with the upper class. Really bad for you though. Really? How come? Are they cursed? No, it's not like they don't work. They work fine. Shows you the label. It says potion of low body fat. It's what is it called? A transmutation. People use them to stay fit and healthy. But unlike a customized polymorph potion, these just shift around your nutritional intake. Ends up killing you slowly if you drink too many. That's why they're not legal to import or sell here. You know a lot about this, Snell. I might have read an article about it at some point. But whatever. Let these rich folk do whatever they want to themselves, right? Except what happens is that this shit quickly gets passed along to the lower class. And what happens is that he stops himself and groans. Whatever. What else is in this box? He starts showing just how much he cares for the people in this city. Then he pulls back. Folk need a strong guiding hand. That is why the state disallow these substances. Regulation is important. Poor folk have a responsibility to take care of themselves as well. Why shouldn't they have the right to ruin their own bodies, if that's what they want? You crack it open, the cork flying down the tunnel. I do not think that's a smart sense. And you've downed the whole bottle. You down the whole bottle. Tastes like burnt cinnamon. Goblin stares at you. He's waiting for you to explode, or something. I don't feel anything. Too bad. You stare at the potion box. The bottle is long and slender and weighs quite a bit in your hands. The label says, Potion of Masculinity Femininity. Ah, a gender swapper. though sure are popular these days. Also known as the Mirror Gender Potion. It polymorphs the user into a creature on the opposite position on your masculinity-femininity spectrum, using the user's base folk type and planotype as a basis. You have heard of these. They are not interesting to you. This was actually functional. You could have sold it for a couple of 100 crowns. Expensive stuff. Oh yes. These are capital P. Popular. Do I want to drink this? You have thought about what it would be like to be a woman? Or it's not something you have ever actively sought out? It might help you understand it better, to sympathize instead of empathize with the plight of womanhood. You are confident in your bodily structure. While you have always been intrigued by woman herself, you now wish to partake in their struggle. You are a man. You die a man. Who would want to drink this? Oh, lots of people. It's all the rage. You know, for some it's just a thrill, since a stable, permanent, and painless switch is gonna mass-produced after the war. Still pretty expensive though. So it just switches all the stuff? Yeah, from what I've heard at least. I don't partake myself exactly. They talked about banning it a while back, but hey, I ended up just making it a requirement to register the switch if it goes beyond a few days. Too many people are using it as a quick and easy way to avoid jail time. With regular polymorphers, you've at least got the host barrier. Pop the screw and lid off and check it in a single sweep. Got be good! The colorful liquid goes down smooth. Tastes like sand and vinegar. You do not hate it. The goblin glares at you. Like, I'm hoping for your sake it actually spoiled, because I don't know the legal ramification of city clerics turning female. He scratches his chin. They didn't change that, did they? Still male only? Focus, Snell. I'm turning into a woman. I don't think that's happening anytime soon. The goblin looks you up and down. After a few seconds you hear a sound. Your stomach. It squirms. Beyond that, nothing changes. Yeah, it was spoiled. Snell raises his eyebrows at you. Say that again? It was spoiled, Snell. Nothing happened. Wow. Your voice is a tad bit higher. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Well, I don't hear it. Well, I do. Most people probably won't notice. It might wear off in time. I've heard that spoiled potions can give some weird temporary effects, like rolling the dice. My voice is deep and dark, Snell. Manly. Sure, Mr. Pipsqueak. Anyhow, I'll stop mentioning it. This is a disgrace. This isn't so bad. Lift it up and hold it in your left hand. The empty bottle is light and the cork is in your right. You okay, Cleric? You idiot. What? The bottle is fully emptied. The label says, Potion of Amnesia. We don't have to start over, do we? Please don't say we do. That would be the worst. You drank it, but the weak spoiled potion only took away a few seconds of your memory. Ah, I see. So you're okay? I lost a few seconds there, but I'm fine otherwise. Ah, right. Spoiled potion, weak effect. Let's just not drink random potions from now on, okay? It says Kronos 26 PE on most of them. Last year. Some of these are from your birthday last year. Okay then. Something in this crate, would have thought. Looking inside this crate, you find a notepad. A notepad with several pages of scribbled notes. The handwriting is awful. It is truly okay to read someone's personal thoughts like this? What if it's a diary? Or a message left for a family member not meant for the eyes of prime clerics? No. Okay, scratch that. It says, Ledger for smuggled goods on the front. A bit on the nose, perhaps. Oh, smuggling! Awesome! Check this shit out right now. So this notepad is filled with proof of both evil action and intent? Great. It's time to break the smugglers woefully. Many terms you have never heard before, and some you have, mostly importing. Pocket bikes, a large quantity, marked as not yet arrived, and then terrible state. A number of rare potions with various draconic names. Some you understand, but many are simply draconic terms from divine era alchemists. Then you spot a final mention of something called Pullwell cartridges, although it appears to not have left the warehouse. Hey, that's the one Modissa was looking for. The Asgard girl's vendor is clearly this tea shop owner. On one of the early pages you find a section labeled Smuggling Guide. He wrote a guide on his own illegal activity. Is it a reminder on how to do it? That actually be... His voice trails off. Some people, man. Step 1. Use your connections. The Redzenian merchants are always good for coin. They pay hefty for simple storage. Step 2. Storage. Move things from warehouse to secret tunnel. Use free strider help. Lift up from pillar crossing. They write off missing goods as lost at sea. Step 3. Keep secret. Mix crowns with the tea shop income. Fudge receipts. Avoid sage leaves handlers. Step 4. No distribution. Return to warehouse night before ship leaves. Do not sell goods yourself. Stay clean. Of course, the freestylers are involved in this. They probably set it up to begin with. These crafty bastards. They really got their fingers in everything. You should really consider becoming a full-time freestyler agent. They probably pay a hell of a lot better. Over your shoulder, Snow is too reading this elaborate display of criminal incompetence. He looks less angry, more disappointed. I suppose it's a blessing when the crooks of society also implicate themselves through sheer idiocy. On the last few pages, there's a ton of reminder notices written in sloppy handwriting. It goes on about missing payments, lost suppliers, and various angry comments about tea shop customers. Probably written to himself. He's clearly not someone who remembers without the help of writing. Then you get to the final notice. It's marked with the date, March 21st. That's the day of the explosion. Coast hack potions not yet arrived. Days late. I want diluted piss again. Elf will arrive from temple. Then I leave. Don't like tea shop being used for meeting. If they break anything, they pay. Elf. Ha! A meeting in the tea shop. An elf. The smuggler left after letting the elf in through the secret tunnel. Interesting. Let me write this down. As you start to remove it from the crate, it suddenly starts to evaporate in front of you. What? Turning to magical dust in your hand slowly. A curse! What is happening? An esoteric effect. Could it be precaution? No! The goblin shoves it back to you. He's panicking. Put it back in the crate! It stops evaporating. It begins to slowly turn to dust once more. It stops. It now stops your hand. You get it? We? Everyone in the entire world. This notepad. It has a defense mechanism, an esoteric abjuration. If you bring the notepad away from this crate, it breaks. Somebody does not want it to be used as evidence in a court battle. You have to leave it here for now. I'll send someone to take a look here later, don't worry. I'll make sure to mention that they should not move this thing, just in case. Alright, I'm done here. Several bags. One of them looks interesting. Oh. More potions. It's barely too far away to reach. Peeking inside this logbox reveals... Oh, holy shit! There's Joanna, CEO, Merquam Lux Rex. The Drexler, such an artwork. You grab the back and look into the void within. It's light, very light. What you found here is a very popular and extremely useful magical item. A bag of holding. Oh, Meek knows this. It's a hole that eats all and then spits out. Old Master had one with teeth, very rude one. No way. Wait. What's interesting is whoever left this behind could definitely have stored a bunch of cool stuff inside. It could be anything. Expensive magic items. Relics of divine might. Message from lost people and their culture. The doom of our existence? Fancy clothes? Oh yes. But more importantly, you could have a hoard of crowns! As you do, the back shivers in your hands. The usual tricks of just turning it inside out or holding a hand in front of it while thinking of the thing doesn't seem to work. It's broken? Or cursed? Damn it. How will I get the potential stuff inside them? You could always try to force it. The smartest move would be to examine the back closer. Should I put stuff inside? You could put things into it. However, since you already have a pouch of holding, it's redundant. And fun! You toss it into the void. Nothing you do seems to get it back out. Right. Good to know. Indeed. What else I can do with this? Not much, if it's weird and cursed like this. As you do, you realize there's a faint trace of dust along the edge. Bone dust. Give me bone dust! Saying those words causes a canister to plop out of the ether. And another. And another. Cool. 3 bone dust. Useful, yes. Let's see, what to ask. Oh yeah, ale. I can't drink. No, not that ale. The stuff you can drink. You know that always helps you handle people, even if you're not actually drinking. Oh, okay. Go for it. None of it will actually work. Can I have concentrated root bar ale, please? The bottle pops up out of the back in an instant. Damn! Must have been your polite tone. Nice. Oh yes. Now go drink it right away. You think about it. Usually languages and words lie within the blue one's expertise, but this is not so much knowing as much as it is intuition. And interestingly enough, the only word that comes to mind is one that is not so directly interesting. Broad term that exists in every tongue. Money. Try some. Raha. Nothing. Nyongo. Nothing. Pengar. Nothing. Peningar. Nothing. Money. Nothing. Pieniadze. Nothing. Argent. As you speak that word, a flow of coins appear out of bags. A lot of them. Many crowns. Oh God! So many crowns. Until eventually it ends. Wow, that was what, 1 month's rent? Almost? Almost, yeah. Nice. Did work hard for it, picking up all those coins. Quite nice. Even if money is not everything, it is quite lovely to have it, to give to those less fortunate. With some finesse, you feel around the rim of the void within, and there, you feel it. Jar of pixie dust. Sweet. Time to party. Your companion shrugs. I suppose it doesn't really count as a drug if the effect is entirely esoteric. The last thing you hear before is Snell saying something about health and safety. Then you shove your head into the bag, and inside you see darkness. Something inside reacts with you. Something near, something close. Your stomach grumbles. Yeah, I'm pretty hungry actually. Hungry for one thing. One thing. Apple! As you speak the word, your vision becomes clouded in pure red. A wave of apple smashes against your face in the void. As you do, following your head is a stream of apples. They fly all around you. They spill out on the ground, all around, like little red treasures. To first surprise, your companion's expression soon turns to weariness. Of course. What did I expect? You may begin. You do so, taking one of many from the ground. I'm done looting now. It is done. Through time and strings, you have become the Apple Boy. Leave many apples around you on the ground. Such littering is bad. Snell avoids stepping on one. Can we go now? You root around and you feel something hard. As your arm escapes the void of the back, you see shards of yore. Several, in fact. Some of them drop to the ground and you pick them up. Hey, nice find. Oh yes, quite so. I'm gonna put down the bag. A button. A button on the wall of this dark chamber. Sure, pressing random buttons has never ended poorly. It's probably connected with these strange stairs leading to nothing. The goblin lets out a single sound and he just takes a step back. Oh, Meek knows this, Push button, will open secret door. That's how Old Master always put it. Button equals secret door. Buttons can sometimes be used for other stuff too, you know. They can? Yeah, like... Yes? Like, your goblin companion also gets sucked to the thought, clearly struggling to come up with a single thing that would need the use of an ominous button of this kind. Like what, Master? An elevator. An elevator! Oh yeah, one of those. Elevator? Yeah, it's like goes up and down. You press a button to make it move. Oh, Master is so smart. Thank you, I am. Careful with that arrow, you might not fit in that helm of yours otherwise. Meek learn much. Very good, very good. Elevator. Saying. Oh, maybe Master will come up with the answer later. Meek look forward to it. You won't. You don't want to press the buttons now? No, thank you. I'm going to assume it won't spring a trap or flood this strange chamber. You do so, putting a fair bit of force on it. As you do, a groaning sound fills the chamber. A passage opens at the end of the stairs. Logically, this would lead to the Temple of Earth. Great. The only not disintegrated thing in the central chamber is the stone slab. It's just very, very cooked. The table. It was once a stone table, now it's as scorched as the rest of the tea shop. Move this thing! It's surely hiding something important. Ah, yes, a table. It must have been flipped over by the force of the explosion. Beneath. Everything is horrific beneath. Leave this for last if you're able. So whispers the strings you use. Hmm? You want to flip the table? It's damn heavy, but maybe we can do it together. Once you flip tables, you shall be true brothers. Even with Snell, this is really, really heavy. There's something interesting here. However, make sure you look around first. Why the hell is this place still standing? You grab the thick table with your gloved hands, gripping it firmly, strongly. Snell copies your movements. On 3. 1, 2, 3. You stare into the dark corner of the tea shop. Mid suit and broken tires, you see a corpse of circumstances who whispers in the pipes of a son in search of his father. She paid. Almost disappears into the destruction around it. An aura of sorrow. This is pure tragedy beyond any imaginable degree. It's a... Snell stares at it. He's silent. Give him a second, he'll appreciate it. 1 casualty reported. Huh. Yeah, this is a bit out of your pay grade. 1 casualty. He flinches and looks at you. Yeah, confirmed. The corpse appears completely charred to you. Such destruction would make it very difficult to identify. The size is average, in human terms. Somewhat slender. Hard to make out anything other than a silhouette. She did not deserve this end. The goblin steals himself. How much experience do you have with corpses, Cleric? Your thoughts land on anatomy books. Basic medicine training. Nothing practical. Death. You know it. You fear it. You are far too young. The goblin breaks his intense stare down at the corpse and turns to you. He is afraid the corpse will awaken. Not an unreasonable concern. Cleric? Experience with corpses? None. Great. Guess we'll do this one step at a time. We should do a preliminary checkup, just to scope out the scene. Then we'll get us transport to the Lich House, I guess. Well, luckily it's close by. He's barely listening to you. I'll check the head, check the hands or something. He's keeping healthy distance. The goblin is afraid. He does not want to touch the corpse. You feel bad for him. You're not afraid? Approach it. Do your job. Nasty business this turned into. Well, time to go to work. Take a few careful steps up to it. See it up close causes you to shake. Your flesh feels the flames. You share the bond of death. A dark mass, one skin, now appears to be but a solid mass. It does not even smell. She was incinerated, fully, in an instant. The intense heat caused rapid muscle contraction, freezing the woman in place. She placed herself in this position, most likely to take cover from the explosion. Nothing but blackened, brittle carbon residue. However, you're quite certain this was a woman. The mortician will have to determine that. Whatever led her to this corner, it was quick. Woman. Unknown age. She crawled up in this position moments before the explosion. She did not suffer. Got it. Good info. Leans in slightly closer. Too far to see anything. Poor goblin. You see the left hand is half destroyed. Perhaps they landed on it? Could have shattered in the fall if the source of the fire was instantaneous enough. But most likely, the fire would have taken at least half a minute to be lethal. And only if the fire source was hot enough to cook the target's brain. The right hand is clenched near the victim's hip, holding something. A clue, of course. You've read stories like this. The victim always grips something important when they die. Looks like something brittle in the grip. Perhaps leave it for later. You'd have to have a real gentle touch not to break the content of that fist. Go for it. Slowly and deliberately you sneak your fingers underneath the fingers. And something comes loose. A chain. Thin gold chain or part of it. Interesting. However, the second after you see it, you watch it begin to glow. An esoteric glow. Then it starts to break apart in front of your eyes. The gold chain, within seconds, turning into another pile of dust. The fuck? That was magic, right? A cursed necklace? A defense mechanism. Nothing you can deal with now. Not much to see. Fire's burned off everything. No pain. This was an instant destruction of mind and soul. You sense it by looking at this twisted husk of a person. It was a quick death. Gods be good. While charred beyond recognition, the skull itself is fairly intact. The mouth is intact. Good. And why is that good exactly? So you can have someone to talk to, of course. Speak with that. It requires an intact mouth on the corpse to successfully mimic speech. Even in this condition, the corpse should be a valid target. Do I notice anything else? A good question. Looking for distinguishing features, you do notice something interesting. The ears. Ears? Ears? I've seen ears before. Look closer. Look at the ears, Snell. He squints. Well, there, what about them? Is the shape off to you? Well, yeah, because of the fire, unless you mean. He tilts his head. Oh. Wait. Despite barely keeping a recognizable form, what remains of the ears have a peculiar shape. They're sharp, pointy. Oh, pointy ears. He looks around. There's only one humanoid creature on the coast with these buddy-sized and pointy ears. Not an orc, not a gnome, and not a human. The goblin takes a step back. No chance. Denial, for both of you. It's unbelievable, but just the concept of such a rare creature being found in this second-rate tea shop. There's no doubt. Oh no. Yun weeps. Her children are slaves to fascism. The companion glares at the corpse. His head then slowly turns towards you. Oh no. Oh dear God. It's a damn elf! Stand of Uko midst flames and mesh. This is the death you fear. The dramatic end to your career. Did they know? No, they couldn't have. Yet you have, through no means of your own, landed in this trapped highway on a mission. You only have one choice now. Find out exactly why this happened. Who killed the elf? Who blew up the tea shop? You feel the answer must lie below. Far, far below.